Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Game 2 here at Academy USA of the AABA League. If you're just joining us, we had a good one on our first matchup, guys. And now we have another great matchup here as we have Academy USA versus Artsakh. Artsakh making their season debut against an Academy USA team who has a lot of promise and finally has their coach back, Sako Balyan. As we look at our Academy USA team, our player spotlight of the day comes with Jabari Hawkins. Pat, what have you seen from him in the first week of action here at the AABA League?
Hawkins showed his versatility in being able to score not only inside, but it's showing an impressive mid-range game. Today, if you're Sako, if you're Academy USA, you want to get him going. You want to make sure you get some easy buckets.
Some new faces here for Academy. As the ball comes in.
And Alex Smith with a nice jump shot.
One of the newest faces of the league. He's got size, strength. He'll be going up against who looks like another big piece for Artsakh. Coco headed off to the basket, and he gets it to go.
Strong take by Coco, but that's exactly what you want from your point guard.
Right off the bat, Academy USA flexing their muscle, showing that they are going to follow a structure. Shot goes up, and it's good.
And another big bucket. That's exactly what you want, Al. You want to see your guards penetrating, kicking out for their shooters. Nazarian had an open look. Didn't bother shooting that. Those are the type of looks you want for a guy like that.
As Jabari Hawkins takes it all the way in, guarded by Narbe Pezeshkian, and he gets it to go. Off to Narbe, long three, and it's good. First shot of the season for Narbe, who has been working on that long-range jump shot. Also, another player trained by Coach V. Surprising to see him on the Artsakh team, Pat.
Narbe played with Artsakh last season. I think he feels comfortable here. There are a few homeland guys he's played with and against.
As Coco gets it to go, a lot of offensive talent in this league, but who's going to make the stops needed?
Coco taking his time with a pull-up. A little bit of a tough shot.
Narbe Pezeshkian brings the ball down, guarded by Coco.
Nice drive. Be a little bit more patient. I like what I'm seeing. Finds Luisarian. Stumbling a little bit. And that's off.
As
Nice
Balyan
dig.
attacks, can't get it to go. Rebound by Pezeshkian. Up ahead, can't control it. Hawkins with the ball, guarded by Pezeshkian.
Wide open look for Nazarian.
Can't get it to go. Rebound by Tyler Lusararian. Going the other way. And it's good. Good attack there by Tyler.
Tyler's a very strong player. Not only can he shoot the three, but he's a big body individual. It takes it inside. At that point, having a smaller defender on him, you have to do it. That was a nice take by Alex Smith, another big body. Daron Mesorpion with a take. Not counting the basket. No, Daron Alec is another player. On this team, he's kind of had to settle for a supporting cast role. But he's another guy that I've seen him take over games. So everybody, that's the one thing I love about this league. Everyone is a threat. Any player on the court.
And after the first 5 minutes of action, we have a tie game, 10-10. As Hawkins looks up to Nazarian. Nazarian attacking with that right-handed floater, and he gets it to go.
Got to find other ways to score. I like it.
In and out there by Daron. Rebound over by Coco. Up ahead. Keshishin with the ball. Swings it over. Long three. No good. Pezeshkian with the ball on the wing. Guarded by Keshishin. Inside. And Niyama Piaro with the foul called. Will head it to the line. Another new player in the league, Pat. We're seeing some new faces, which is always an exciting thing in a league like this.
Yeah, definitely. You want to see talent being showcased. And this is a perfect opportunity for guys like this to come in and showcase their talents. But I do believe this is going to be really great moving forward for these players, for these teams, because when you play with better players, you're getting better yourself. You improve your own game.
Second one up and good by Niyama Piaro.
You know, Alec, not having Teo Davidian or Manny Kapushian or Mano Kapushian, you're missing some guard talents right now. But they're making up for it by having the size and taking advantage.
Rafi Jivalagyan into the game for Academy. Another big piece for this team. He was missing in action in week 1.
Oh, Rafi is a very smart big. He's played at a high level. Actually, Alec, he was our former teammate too. We've seen what he's been able to do. He's very smart as Tyler hits another 3.
Tyler off to a hot start, keeping Artsakh, who in my opinion is kind of an unknown this year. Losing a few players from last season, but at the same time, gaining some big-time players. As Academy USA scores on the other end, making it a 1-point game. Jones, no foul call on that side as we head the other way. Into the game for Academy, we have Sarkis Galajian coming in for Hawkins.
Matt Lee also coming into the game, Alec, a guy was formerly on the R-Men squad. Very solid point guard. He's smart. He can score, works extremely hard. Looking for him to be productive.
Good deflection there by Jones. Up ahead the other way. In and out again on that side by Matt Lee, excuse me. And he gets the steal on the other end. Good activity here by Artsakh. Picking up the tempo, up by 3, 14-17 with just under 3 minutes left. A lot of what we talked about in that first game. The referees are allowing the guys to play more, so you got to fight through it if you're a guy like Coco Kashishin who loves having the ball in your hand. Rafi with the shot clock winding down, no good. Rebound by Jones. He's a big man, Pat.
Oh, definitely, Al. He uses his body very well. If you're Pasadena, you want to get him going. Take advantage. and look to score inside.
And Elvin Hartunian getting the basket to go there.
Formerly on the Artsakh squad, Alec, making a change here. But I do think he'll make an impact. We've seen him play. He's young, but he's always willing to learn. And you need a guy like that on your team.
Rafi can't get it to go. A little too much there. As Pezeshkin coming back the other way. Didn't need the Euro step there. Had a lane, but he gets it back and gets it to go.
That was good defense by Rostomian there. But you have to put a body and you have to rebound. Narba is very good at getting those second chance opportunities, lengthy arms. You don't put a body on him, he's going to take advantage.
This Artsakh team, coached by Coach Avo, in what is his third season with the group, Avo Melkonyan. As we have an offensive foul headed the other way. Looks like we have a little bit of a mass substitution coming in for Academy. 3 in, 3 out. And again, what seemed to be Academy USA starting off very well, just like last week. Can't seem to keep that pace up in the first quarter here, Pat.
Alec, being able to understand how to play with each other, understanding each other's tendencies, that's important. It's obvious which teams practice together, which ones really don't. As number Treville Jones hits that shot. I really do think for this Academy USA to be successful, they have to keep practice with each other, get used to each other's and their tendencies. Because I feel like right now it's just they get the ball, and there's not much being done right now.
Hawkins can get it to go from mid-range, which he had an exceptional time doing last week. Playing against the taller group in Artsakh. Ball tipped out. Shot clock down to 9. Shot going up. No good. Ten seconds left on the shot clock. Do Academy USA look to take the final shot of the quarter? No, they go early, leaving Artsakh a chance to score on the other end. Deflection. Balyan from half court. No good. As we end the first quarter of action here in our second game of the day, Artsakh up by 9 heading into the second quarter. Academy USA only 14 points in that first quarter. You want to see a little bit more action from them. And we're back here in our second game of the day. Pat, we have an exciting matchup here, but I just feel Academy USA is a little surprised, as I, with Artsakh.
This is a brand new look for Artsakh. These players, a few of them I'm not too familiar with, but they seem to be playing together. They're taking their time, and they're putting in a lot of effort right now, which I really think in the long run will benefit them.
All right, looking for Academy USA to turn up the tempo here. As the ball, tough pass by Balyan. Hawkins can't get a hold of it. And it's something that we, Pat, are very used to being coached by our dad. It's something that takes a lot of tough skin. You got to listen. You got to be patient.
Definitely.
He's a good young talent as he attacks. Out of bounds, still staying with Academy with 18 left on the shot clock.
One thing I'm noticing from Academy USA, they're trying to run a few sets here and there. It's just, again, having that understanding of each other's tendencies and what they enjoy doing. It's still going to take a little more time to get used to. And they're a younger team. We're forgetting that.
Narbet Pezeshkian pulling up from what was at least 6 feet beyond the three-point line. Can't get it to go.
I would have liked to see a little bit more patience on their end. Maybe try to get a easier basket.
As Balyan can't get it to go. We know these young guys are getting a full experience here. Great look inside. It does take some getting used to playing in this league. And you just hope that you do it a lot sooner rather than later, playing against experienced guys.
When you're a younger team, Alec, in general, it's always more difficult to try to get used to each other and try to understand what the coach wants you to perform and how to execute that. This Pasadena team, there's not that, yeah, they're young, but I think Elvin is probably the youngest one, being 22, 23 years old. Everyone else is in their late 20s. So they understand the way the game's supposed to be played.
As Elvin Hartunian gets the second to go. (14-25). Artsakh up by 11. Up ahead to Elvin Hartunian. The big man gets fouled on the fast break opportunity.
You know, I really do believe being able to execute a fast break is so important. You have to be able to get the ball up at the right time, being able to get it back at the right time. And just a lot of these guys, they still have to figure that out.
Something that not a lot of coaches teach, not a lot of players want to do, but a very important piece in a game like this. As Pezeshkian reaches in, sending Jabari Hawkins to the line. It looks like it's going to be called on the side. Now again, Jabari Hawkins, who was our player spotlight for Academy USA in that first game against Arabuni, coming up short in the win, but a lot of good things from him.
The ball slipped from his hands. And turnover.
As Jones heads the other way and slams it home.
You know, Alec, I'm noticing Artsakh is putting a lot of pressure on Hawkins right now. They're not letting him get to his comfortable spot. They're forcing him to take shots he's not comfortable with. And just gotta give props. Gotta give props to Pasadena for doing what they want to do.
And Rafi, again, making it a little more difficult than needed on those layups. But it results in a three-pointer from Keshishian. Looking to see Coco get a little more aggressive in this quarter. Very big piece for Academy USA.
Coco right now is carrying the load for this team, doing a lot of different things for them. He's got to keep this pace up.
Keshishian up ahead. Gets the foul call and will go to the line for two. Folks at home watching, we have a lot of really great sponsors here for this AABA League, starting with Academy USA. Visit academyusa.com to become a member and to get full access to this wonderful facility. Once again, you can come down and watch every game here live for free. Keshishin gets the second to go. And as Salko Balyan instructs his team from the sides, telling them it's only an 8-point game. Let's get back in it, boys.
Al, there's one thing we learned from last game is this is such a long game. 10 minutes, 4 quarters, stop clock. You have all the time in the world.
As Nima, tough shot.
Very tough shot.
And Rafi for the third time, making it a little more difficult than needed on that layup, resulting in a fast break layup the other way as Artsakh take a 12-point lead with just under 6.5 left here in the second quarter. We will be right back after this commercial break. And we're back after that timeout with a look at this matchup between Academy USA and Artsakh in what is a very surprising start. Artsakh up by 12 in their first game of the season. Pat, what have you seen from Artsakh that surprises you?
Artsakh's communication on defense, their ability to score in the paint, it's gained them a lot of opportunities to do different things. Academy USA right now is having a lot of difficulty scoring inside, and they're not really looking to shoot the outside jumper. Harut Nazarian, one of the better shooters, not really looking to shoot from out there. Kevork Balyan not really looking to shoot. If your shooters can't get involved, as you know, Al, you're a shooter too, then you're going to be in trouble.
Thanks for that compliment, Pat.
That's the only time I'll give you a compliment. No, I'm kidding.
Let me just slide this $10 under the table. No one needs to see that. It's okay.
Only $10? I give you a compliment, you only give me $10?
As Keshishin hits that second free throw, making it a 10-point game. Daron attacking off to Tyler. Good action there from Armon, getting the block. One of the most active players you're going to see in this league. Armon Rostamyan, as Rafi pulls up, can't get it to go. 0 for 4 to start this game from Rafi.
That was a good look for him, too.
Could have been a goaltending call as they grabbed the net. Didn't get it to go as we go the other way.
Pretty much daring Alex Smith to shoot that three.
A lot of contact. A lot of time in the paint by Academy, but no 3-second call. Hawkins from mid-range, and he gets it to go. Saw plenty of that in the first game. Good to see him pick it back up again.
Alec, another thing I'm noticing is Pasadena is pushing that ball. They're pushing the pace of this game. Academy USA right now, they seem to be slowing down a little bit more than they should. Got to keep the tempo going. You don't want to slow down the game too much. A lot of hand activity there.
No good by Jones. Great hustle play by Daron.
What a good hustle play by Rostamyan.
And we're starting to see the activity level pick up in this game as Harut Nazarian pulls up from 3, and he gets it to go.
That's exactly what you want for your Academy USA. They'll transition threes. A lot of contact, no call.
Great defense there by Alex Smith. As we come back the other way, Nazarian for another 3. He gets it to go. 2 in a row. He's a player that can light it up, Pat.
It's what we said earlier, Alec. If your shooters can't knock down their shots, you're going to be in trouble.
And just like that, Academy USA with life in them again after being down by 12. Keshishian bringing the ball up. Guarded by Mestropian. High pick and roll action from Alex Smith. Long two-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Keshishian, right back up. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Jones. Travell Jones up to Lucerarian. Attacking, hanging in the air, and he gets it to go.
Tyler's really good at finishing down there, especially with that kind of separation. He's good at using his shoulder to create some extra space for himself.
Nima Piaro guarding Nazarian, off to Hawkins. Mid-range pull-up is good again, and he's starting to feel it.
Al, that's his bread and butter, that one dribble pull-up in the mid-range. He's got to look to create for himself more often.
No good on that shot attempt by Artsakh.
I'm not sure if I'm liking what I'm seeing from Pasadena so far. They're rushing a lot of their shots. They're just not taking the best quality shots.
After starting off that first quarter so strong, Artsakh finds themselves tied up with Academy USA as Hawkins makes his third straight mid-range jump shot, which fuels him on the other end to get that block now.
Doing it on both ends of the floor, Alec. Scoring and playing defense.
And this is the Academy USA team that you need to see. Playing with intensity on both sides, pushing the tempo. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. A lot of contact as Tyler will get fouled and head to the free throw line.
You know, we talked about earlier some of the key players Pasadena's missing. Academy USA not having Armand Gordikian out there does hurt them because he's a guy that's a playmaker, he's a sniper from outside, but more importantly, he's another floor general. Coco is your general, he's your point guard, but having Armand out there also helps too.
Long three by Tyler as Artsakh take the lead again by 4.
The extra effort is pulling off.
Second chance points so important in a league like this.
What a take by Jabari Hawkins.
As he gets the foul call, and we'll head to the free throw line for another free throw. We keep talking about Hawkins, who, you know, justifiably, Pat, is the most important guy on both ends for Academy throughout most of the game, as he had 29 and 8 in his matchup against Arabuni last week.
He's a complete player. He's everything that you would want. He listens, he plays hard, he can score, and more importantly, as you know, I love players that play defense. He's doing everything for them, Mal. In my opinion, he is the best two-way player on this team. See, and he just got the deflection for them. They're in transition.
Good contest by Mestropian. Up ahead. Matt Lee needs to be a little more aggressive from this unit here, as the ball is stolen and headed the other way, as Hawkins can't get that mid-range to go. Up ahead, Nima Piaro will head to the line for 2.
That's a good foul by Balyon. You don't want to give him an easy layup over there. Make him earn it at the line. You know, Alec, one thing I'm noticing from both Matt Lee and from Narbe Pezeshkian, they're both giving up the ball when they have their own looks. It seems like they're trying to be a little too passive.
Folks, don't go anywhere. After this matchup, we have another exciting game for you all with Aragats and Arabuni at 4 o'clock here at Academy USA. Free throws are good. Pat, what do you see in that matchup right after this with Aragats facing Arabuni?
Arabuni has a lot of experience playing together. Obviously, they have a lot of guys that play together from RF1, but the key players they've added to their roster as emphatic block
Oh,
by PRO. But I gotta say, Alec, it's gonna be interesting to see the youth against the experienced. How can the youth maintain their composure? Will they keep pressing on?
as Nazarian pulls up, can't get it to go after hitting 2 in a row. Matt Lee with the ball, attacking against Sarkis Galajian, and he gets it to go. Just like I was asking for, Matt Lee needs to be aggressive as one of the most talented ball handlers this league has. Can't get it to go again.
I'm not sure if I'm liking his shot selections there, Alec. Rafi's a great post player, but he's catching the ball from the wing and trying to take his man.
Rafi Jivalagyan, one of the better big men in this league, but today, tough start. As Tyler gets it to go on the other end in his hot start this half. Jivalagyan again inside, and he can't get it to go again. It's just not his day as Matt Lee attacks once again. Off of 1 foot, can't get it to go.
Good defense by Galajian, contesting that, getting in front of him.
About a half a second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, as Academy USA will try and take the final shot of the half. Balyan attacking. Good strip there by Narba Pezeshkian. 4.7 left on the game clock. About 3 seconds and some change on the shot clock. Inside. And he finally gets it to go. What a time to get his first basket of the game as Jivalagyan cuts the lead down to 6 points here in our game between Artsakh and Academy USA. We'll be right back, folks. We're headed to halftime. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
Last year was an eye-opening experience working out for 5 teams. So you know your hard work is what got you those opportunities. And I always said I'll open the door for you, but you just got to do your part. You know. And
no, that's true. It's funny because he told me that when I signed with him. He's like, look, I'm gonna get you in front of these doors. I'm gonna get you in front of NBA doors, no doubt. But once you walk into that gym, you gotta perform. I can't perform for you.
What's important for this upcoming season is just Gary being consistent and getting a chance to show what he can do and be on the court, and all this hard work to pay off from where he started last year and kind of just keep evolving to where it's going. As we talk about G, it's about getting 1% better every day. I think that's what we need to just focus on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
last year was an eye-opening experience working out for 5 teams. So you know your hard work is what got you those opportunities. And I always said I'll open the door for you, but you just got to do your part. You know. And
No, that's true. It's funny because he told me that when I signed with him. He's like, look, he's like, I'm gonna get you in front of these doors. I'm gonna get you in front of NBA doors, no doubt. But once you walk into that gym, you gotta perform. I can't perform for you.
What's important for this upcoming season is just Gary being consistent and getting a chance to show what he can do and be on the court, and all this hard work to pay off from where he started last year and kind of just keep evolving to where it's going. As we talk about, G, it's about getting 1% better every day. I think that's what you need to just focus on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
All right, folks, welcome back to Game 2 of Week 2 here at Academy USA. Our matchup, Academy USA versus Artsakh, in what could have been a big unknown, which was Artsakh's first game, has become a big surprise, Pat, with them up by 6. A lot of folks chatting about Artsakh outside of here didn't know what we were going to expect, but what have you seen from them?
Artsakh being down a few players and obviously making through some roster changes here and there, they've definitely shown their resilience. They're showing that they can play together as a team. But in terms of resilience, I just want to talk about what we're seeing from Academy USA. They've started off very slow, but so far they're doing pretty well, Ali. They've caught up. They caught their stride at one point. Second half is anybody's game.
As we get started here, Academy USA had a disappointing second half last week, hoping to turn that around. As Alex Smith goes up against another big man in the league, Niama Piaro. Can't get it to go as Pezeshkian attacks the other end with the right hand, and he gets it to go.
Tough take by Pezeshkian.
Few big pieces missing for Artsakh today. Players that we aren't too sure if we're going to see them suit up. Guys like Austin Pope, who got a G League invite to the what are they, Pat? San Francisco Warriors now?
Supposedly the Warriors. I don't know. I've never heard of them before.
But, you know, it's
What an
great to see
opportunity.
players. Yeah, great to see guys get opportunities. Austin Pope, who was a big piece for this Artsakh team last season. A guy like Darius Clark also missing this week. As Nazarian pulls up from 3.
What a find by Kishishian.
One big unknown for Artsakh heading into next week, or even the season itself, is a guy by the name of Teo Davidian, who we know a lot about, and I'm sure a lot of folks out there also know about. Interested to see if he will suit up for Artsakh this season, Pat.
Teo, obviously a very great player. He's smart, can score, and can play defense when he wants to. But
Don't we all?
In general, Alec, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't suit up this time. And I have my own reasons. I'm sure everybody has their own too. But if he can, it'll definitely help the squad.
As Norbert Pezeshkian not happy with being open and not getting the pass, you got to keep playing. Got to keep playing there if you're Pezeshkian. You give up a layup on the other side.
You got to maintain your composure if you're Norbert Pez. You can't get too frustrated, especially in a game that takes this much time. Another take by Piaro.
44-49. Artsakh up by 5. Just under 7.5 left here to play in the third. As Hawkins pulls up from mid-range, can't get it to go. Rebound by Jones. Up ahead to Piaro. Piaro with the nice inside-out crossover and gets the layup to go, extending the lead to 7.
Strong take. Norbert wanted that ball in the corner, but I think he was better off on that drive.
Smith can't get it to go. Rebound by Artsakh. Great hustle by Armand. Up ahead to Hawkins. Guarded by Pezeshkian, and he's fouled.
I like that foul by Norbert. You don't want to give him anything easy. I'm sure he was going for the ball, but in general, you want these players to earn it. When you're playing this kind of style of basketball, you can't give anything easy.
As we have a free throw coming up here, we want to give a big shout out to another one of our sponsors, Fanzia. Thank you so much for taking our fan base engagement to the next level and helping us put all of this together. Amazing streams being set up by them. Make sure to follow them on Instagram at fanzia.app.
Al, there's no doubt we have the best crew out there. The amount of effort that we're all putting in, the time, the attention to detail, you don't find that anywhere else.
A lot of work being done here behind the scenes, but it all comes together here on Saturdays. As we have a rebound by Academy and thrown away. Haven't seen a good start by Rafi Jivalagyan here today. He's a little out of it, Pat.
Rafi is a type of player, he needs to see the ball go in the rim once or twice. He needs to see good things happen. And right now, he's struggling, needs support from your teammates. As a Tyler, another strong take. Every player is like that to some extent. They need to see good things happen. But the ones that they're great can make it happen no matter what the situation is.
As Norbert looks up ahead, trusting his teammates, but he can't get it to go. Academy USA coming back the other end.
Sloppy from Hawkins. And nice find to Piaro.
Great dish up ahead as we have a dunk by Piaro.
If you're Academy USA, do you take a timeout right now? Try to regroup. Try to set up an easy bucket.
Very impressed with Artsakh here today in their first game of the season. And as I say that, fouling on a three-point line, big no-no.
Alec, I want to know something. Do players think they fouled them or they're upset that the foul was called?
I don't think I've ever seen a player that actually admits a foul being called on them, Pat.
Look, we've had our fair share of arguments with refs, there's no doubt. Watching from the outside perspective, you think to yourself, what's there to really complain about?
I've done everything imaginable, Pat, as far as the game of basketball is concerned. I've reffed, I've played, and coached. It ain't easy being a ref, I'll tell you that much. To anticipate calls, to keep the game in check.
Oh, no doubt. There's a lot of pressure on them.
It's easy playing the game, I'll tell you that.
Oh, it's definitely easier to play than officiate. There's no question about it. Those are 3 big free throws from Nazarian.
Long 3, no good by Jones. Up ahead, Jivalagyan controls the pass, goes up, can't get it to go.
Can't put your head down. If you're Rafi, you have to keep playing no matter what. You're going to miss layups. You're going to miss your shots. But the key is his teammates trust him, Alec. They look for him. Because if he's not productive, they're not going to be successful.
Good defense inside by Hartunian, guarding the bigger Jivalagyan. Keshishian pulling up from deep. No good as Alex Smith with the one-handed follow-up gets it to go, cutting the lead back to 6. High pick and roll action between Matt Lee and Jones.
Bodies all over the floor.
Good hustle. And a timeout by Coach Ovo, stepping in right when this team needed him the most.
Great hustle from both teams. To me, this is the beauty of the game. The fact that players are willing to sacrifice their bodies for the greater good to get that W, I love it.
A big timeout there as both sides becoming a little more physical and recognizing that this is an important stretch here heading into the third quarter. Once again, folks, watching at home, thank you so much. Hit us a message. Shoot us a line. We got one more game coming up right after this one between Aragats and Arabuni. An exciting game between one of the younger teams in the league and one of the most exciting players in the league, Robert Valentine. Pat, what did you think about Valentine's performance in that first week?
Alec, when we talk about professional player, true pro, I think of Valentine. He's a very smart player. He's steady. He can score. He can shoot. He's just a threat. And from the Argos perspective, Derek Iliassi really impressed me. His sheer tenacity, going at it. For a young guy to put on a performance like that was very impressive.
Had a chance in that first game. Tough three-point miss. I'm looking to see a big game from him in this next one, Pat. As Keshishian steals the ball on one end and takes it up for a layup. Academy USA with some life in them now as Salko Balyan instructing his guys to get up and give it their all. You got to love it. Matt Lee with a long three. No good. Rebound by Hartunian. He's been putting in a lot of work, working on his body, getting in shape, and it's showing today. Active. Really active on the glass, Pat.
Elvin is that type of player where he loves doing that stuff. He is, on this team in particular, he is a role player. Previous teams he's played on, in Ariat in particular, he's been more of a, he's touched the ball a little bit more. On this team, I don't think he's going to touch it as often. There are other options. But him making an impact is the rebound, to have that Armand Rostormian kind of role where he's going to be that tenacious defender, rebounding, those second chance opportunities. That's what he's good at.
Second one goes for Jones. 51-57. Artsakh is not letting the lead go as Academy tries to fight back in this one.
Strong take by Alex
Great
Smith.
take there.
Blocked by Hawkins. Good defense. I'm liking the ball movement I'm seeing from Artsakh. Got the matchup he wanted, and he makes a three on it. Excuse me, a two.
Big time shot there by Matt.
Tough shot for Nazarian, hands in the face.
As Matt Lee brings the ball up. Again, a long two. Not the kind of shot you love on a fast break, but it's a new era. But he gets it right back. Love the confidence there. as it's a 10-point game again. 53-63. Artsakh up by 10. Every time Academy shows some signs, Artsakh just hits a shot. As Harut Nazarian hits one right back at him.
They're not going away, Al. They're fighting. They're competing. But that's exactly what you want to see.
Tyler Lusararian inside. Had a great first half. Haven't seen much from him this half, Pat. As Alex Smith gets the ball up to Jivalagyan, and he gets fouled by Hartunian.
I personally would have liked to see that kick out to Harut in the corner. He's been on points with his shooting. Just that one extra pass Academy is not seeing.
For those watching at home, none of this would be possible without our producing team for this broadcast. We want to give a big shout out to Miasin for producing all of our games this season. Make sure you follow them on Instagram at Miasin_Inc. You might have seen some of the stuff that they're producing. One of my favorite shows in the last year, the Armenian Dating Show, Season 1. Hoping to see a Season 2. And they're amazing in-person events, which I also need to come out to. Got to talk to my boys over at Miasin. See when their next events are.
A good defense from Rostomian all over the place. And they're able to get that. Can they finish here?
Nazarian with the pump fake inside to Smith. Gets it to go. Big size advantage for Alex Smith. You hope to see him get a little more aggressive here. Quick double team on Matt Lee. Coco Kashishin guarding him up tight. Inside to Elvin Hartunian. Deflected out of bounds. Stays with Artsakh.
That was too close of a call. That's anybody's ball. I'm going to have to see that again at the replay.
Jones can't get it to go. Rebound by Nazarian. Has Alex Smith up ahead. Takes it himself. Attacks. And he gets it to go.
What?
Just like that, a 7-0 run, Pat.
What a strong take by Nazarian. That's exactly what you want to see from him. Defense is going to close out on you. He's made his few shots. And he's making an impact on defense, too. Getting the offensive call.
Offensive foul call there. A little too aggressive on the screen. Giving Academy USA a chance to go on a 9 or 10 point run here. I think this matchup, this lineup for Academy has been their best. A little bit smaller with Alex Smith being the only big. As he pulls up, can't get it to go.
That might be out, but Armand Rostomian plays. He's been playing the center position at home event for a long time. He's one of the best rebounders.
On a 2-on-1,
Oh,
great
good
look
find.
inside by Nazarian.
Good find.
When
by
the whole
Nazarian.
gym thought he would shoot that. Nice little dump off there.
But the key is Hawkins putting the effort to cut to the basket. Knew he had the opportunity. Tough shot for Lee.
On the other end, it feels like when Artsakh doesn't have Pezeshkian in, lose a little bit of that athleticism. Great block, Hartunian. And the ball ends up in Hawkins' hands and one. Great take there by Hawkins, absorbing the contact and a chance after all that has happened in this game for Academy USA to be up by 2.
Hawkins
Pat,
just
what have
put-
you seen in the last 2 or 3 minutes?
Academy USA is finally pushing the ball. They're pushing the tempo, but they're getting stops, Sal. That's the only way it's going to happen. With those stops, they're able to push. They're looking for the open guys in the corners, but more importantly, they're putting in the effort. Hawkins is running. He's able to finish, and they're looking for him now.
Shot clock turned off here with 10 seconds left to play. Rostomian guarding Lusarian, and they take a foul with 1 to give 2 fouls in the last 2 minutes equals free throws. Can't pick up another one here. As Coach Sako Balyan subs in Rafi Jivalagyan for Alex Smith.
Don't want him to pick up a foul here. Good recognition by Galajian there.
And just like that, picking up that second foul in that last 2 minutes will send Jones to the line to shoot 2.
If you're Academy USA, you have to do a better job understanding the clock. There's 5 seconds left. You can't. Wait, is this? Hold on a second. Is this a bonus? Was he going up with it? Oh, it looks like it was.
So it's actually a different rule set here that we're used to. It is a good call by the ref here. The 15th foul puts you on the line for bonus. In the NBA, the second foul in the last 2 minutes would be free throws. And a long three by Hartunian, not good. And after 3 quarters of play and Artsakh dominating 90% of this game, Academy USA take a 2-point lead into the 4th quarter. We'll be right back after this commercial break. You don't want to go anywhere. Stay tuned, guys.
I mean, what's important for this upcoming season is just Gary being consistent and getting a chance to show what he can do and be on the court, and all this hard work to pay off from where he started last year and kind of just keep evolving to where it's going. As we talk about, G, it's about getting 1% better every day. I think that's what we need to just focus on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And we're live in this 4th quarter of action in a great game here between Academy USA and Artsakh. Artsakh leading the whole game up until the last 2 or 3 minutes of that 3rd quarter. As Academy USA.
That's 3 blocks for him.
And Tyler with the long 3 with 2 left on the shot clock. A huge basket, giving Artsakh the lead again. Hawkins with the ball, attacking against Pezeshkian. A lot of contact, gets it to go.
That's tough for Hawkins. That's a tough move. Good defense by Kishishian, keeping Lee in front of him. You know, Alec, the activity, the defensive activity from both teams is exceptional. Rostamian in particular has been putting in a lot of effort here. Kishishian putting effort.
Matt Lee attacking. Ooh, a lot of steps on that baseline as it's a shot clock violation. Great defense by Academy USA. Has Sako Balyan calling out a play from the side. Not something that you see too much of in in AABA action.
I agree, Alec. Only a few teams actually run sets, and they actually are running an executed offense. In the previous tournaments has been mostly jungle ball, but I'm liking where there's a little more structure this time.
Nazarian inside to Smith. Going up, no good against Piaro.
Good look by Narbe, but Ramos Avanesyan couldn't buy it.
He's had a tough time here in his first action in the AABA League. Hasn't got a shot to go yet. Again, Coach Salko calling out a play. Let's see if they can get a basket off of this one. A little flare down pick for Nazarian. Coming off the screen, attacks with his right, and he gets it to go.
Oh, nice move. It looked like they hit his arm on that too. Lee and Peseshkian a little off on that timing of that pass over there.
You know, it takes time to know what your teammate is planning on doing off of a pick and roll action. Is he popping? Is he rolling? A guy like Peseshkian loves shooting that three. I'm sure they'll pick it up on the next one. Hawkins from that mid-range, no good. Oh.
Nice extra pass by Narbe.
Good look by Peseshkian. Back to a one-point game in the favor of Academy as Harut Nazarian attacks and gets fouled. We're seeing him being a little more aggressive again.
He's starting to finally feel it, Alec. After hitting a few more, his confidence went up. That's a crucial element in basketball. If you see your shot going down, you get that confidence. Your teammates give you confidence, and you have the ability to do more things.
Nazarian gets the second to go. Both teams battling through this game. You can see the exhaustion in their face as Hawkins gets a big steal. Attacks up ahead and a great pass to Nazarian for the layup.
Hawkins and Nazarian doing everything for this team right now. They're playing defense. They're scoring. One effort.
As Peseshkian with a good attack on the left gets fouled. Ball out of bounds.
And Galajian coming in for Hawkins, trying to give him a quick break.
Just under 7 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. Academy USA up by 4 points as Lusarian pulls up and cuts it to 2. Nazarian again attacking, and he's found a rhythm here in the fourth.
Nice move by Nazarian. He's feeling it.
Lee gets the screen. Good defense by Nazarian.
What an effort from Harut Nazarian, Alec. Doing everything for their team, forcing that turnover, scoring.
He seems to know when the moment's the biggest, Pat. Young player, but very composed.
If you're Tyler Lusarian, if you're guarding Harut, you need to be a little bit more disciplined. I feel he's always reaching for that ball. But when the guy's a good ball handler, you can't do that. You can't risk that. And the ref coming in clutch.
Coach Salko asking for a timeout here. 6 minutes and 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter in what has been a very, very good second game. And we're lucky, Pat. We've had 2 great games here in what is only the second week of the season. And let's take a look ahead. We have action every Saturday from now until October 22nd. What else can you ask for if you're a basketball fan?
This is going to be such a fun season, Alec. You got over a month of basketball ahead of us. Every Saturday, weekend games. It's only going to get better from here.
Coming out of this timeout, what do you expect Academy USA to do, Pat?
If I'm Academy USA, I'm looking for Hawkins on this play. Nazarian has been their go-to scorer. That is true. But at this point, you want to get
Great action out of a timeout.
Great execution. Sako Balyan preaching to his team. See, this is what I love about basketball. Like when a team is able to execute, it's a thing of beauty.
And a big shot right back by Narbe Pezeshkian. Huge basket there from deep.
Narbe, another player, he goes to these academy runs, Alec. He goes and trains with Coach V like we talked about. And this is one of the things that they've worked on.
I'll tell you one thing, Pat. As Keshishian attacks to the left, I'm stealing that play from Sako Balyan. That was a nice out-of-bounds play.
Oh, that was very nice. Not what you anticipated at all. We both thought it was either going to Nazarian or Hawkins. At least I thought that. But when you have talent on your team, when you have a point guard that's your floor general, it controls the game, you can pretty much run anything you want.
Inside, Jones against Smith. A big-time matchup, and Smith gets the better of it on that one. Up ahead to Balyan. Nazarian once again putting on the moves. Hawkins with the ball.
Nice
What
take
a
by
move
Balyan,
there.
But can't finish.
Deep three by Pezeshkian.
I don't like that shot. I'm sorry, but at that point, you have an advantage. Take it. I understand you just made the last shot, but come on now. That's probably the worst part about modern day basketball, Alec. People are settling for those threes rather than just taking it inside.
You got to understand the timing, the quality of shot, so important, especially being down by 5 if you're Artsakh.
We've had 2 exciting games so far. I just can't wait. We have another exciting game coming up. What a day of basketball.
Keshishian gets this first to go into the game. Hartunian for Artsakh. Jivalagyan for Academy. Second one up and good. 80-73, Academy USA in the lead.
Good help defense by Hawkins, but a little too aggressive there. If you're Artsakh, where do you want the ball to go to right now?
You know, I think you still go inside. You still have a good matchup right here into Jones as he attacks. We'll go to the line to shoot 2 and try and cut it back to 5 points.
Jones is a big body. Guarding him is no easy task.
Looking at Academy, a lot of size here from this group. But on the other end, Artsakh missing some guard play in these last few minutes. And in the second half, it's where a guy like Teo comes into play. Guy like Darius Clark.
Even a guy like Manny Kopushin, Alec. Manny used to play with this LA team back when they were LA Storm, excuse me. Now they're known as Pasadena Artsakh. In the first tournament, Manny put on a great performance, helping his team get as far as semifinals. And Jivalagian still struggling. But he's making up on the defensive end, Al. He's putting in a great effort.
No call there. As Tyler was looking to go to the line. 80-74. This could be a big possession if Academy can capitalize. Spreading the court out, putting Hartunian on an island against Kashishian, and he does a good job following with that rebound. Up ahead to Jones.
If you're Jivalagian, you don't stand right by Coco's corner. You cut to the basket. Try to do something.
A lot of contact, and Jones will get the better of that one.
But back to on that last play, Jivalagian is not considered a three-point shooter, so you have to make up another way. Norbert Pezezian is camped down there to be that help defense for Elvin. So if I'm Rafi, in that kind of situation, you gotta be a little more active. Move without the ball.
Fans at home asking Academy to just give the ball to Harut Nazarian and get out of his way. You can't argue that, Pat. He had a great run there, hitting 3 shots in a row and getting to the free throw line.
Al, you definitely can't. I will never argue that, especially today. Harut has put on a great performance. Him, Hawkins, and Kishishian have done an amazing job controlling the game.
Lead back to 4 as Academy USA brings the ball down with another important possession for Artsakh. Need a stop here as Hawkins pulls up from mid-range. In and out as Hartunian with another big rebound. Up ahead. And a tough break there as Piaro travels.
You have to capitalize there. You're on a fast break, 2-on-1 fast break. You got to score. And it looks like they're trying to put Norbert Pezezian on Haru, try to slow him down by adding a little bit of length.
Inside to Smith, guarded by Hartunian, who's been holding his own. Inside to Hawkins, who lays it up and in.
You need a bucket here if you're Artsakh. Good hands by Smith.
Great hustle by Smith.
If you're Tyler, driving to the baseline like that, you're putting yourself on an island. Gotta find a better angle. Or maybe settle for that 3. Tyler's already hit a couple 3s today.
Matt Lee attacks, gets contested by Armand, but Jones is there for the follow-up. Approaching 2 minutes left to play as Academy USA is up by 4 points.
That's Armand Rostamian's 4th block, Alec. What an impact he's made. Good strip by Artsakh.
And a take foul by Smith at not the best time. Jones looking to make it a 2-point game. And any foul at this point from either side is going to send the other team to the free throw line to shoot 2. Sako Balyan, coach for Academy, going with an offense-defense situational substitution, taking out Rostamian, but keeping him right behind him just in case he needs to put him back on defense. As Jones hits the second free throw, cutting it back to 2 points. Smith over to Balyan. Over to Nazarian. Gets a high pick by Smith.
And
lot
nice
of
steal
action.
for it by Narbet Pez.
Inside to Jones. Can't get it to go.
And Narbet just frustrated. You got to get back on defense.
Tough break there for Artsakh. You got exactly what you wanted on the fast break. Just couldn't get it to go as we have a timeout from Academy USA with a minute 29 left. Up by 2. Academy USA looks to draw up something here to give them a 4 or 5 point lead.
One thing I'm noticing from Academy and from Artsakh. Artsakh right now, they seem down, Alec. You can't stay down. You missed a layup. Doesn't matter. Have the energy, have confidence that you're going to go back and make up for it. Academy, on the other end, they're with their coach. They're drawing up an offense. They're looking to set something up. That's going to be a key difference in this game, or that has been a key difference in this game.
Back into the action here. As Artsakh get a huge steal. Matt Lee up ahead with the floater, and it's good. Tied at 82. Big steal by Matt Lee. Takes it up himself. And a beautiful floater on the other end. Now he picks up Keshishin. Gets a screen from Alex Smith. Keshishin driving, dishing over. Nazarian, mid-range, and it's good. Just under a minute left here.
What a big bucket by Nazarian.
Matt Lee with the ball, guarded by the younger Balyan. Pulls up from 3, and he banks it in. Oh. It's better to be lucky than good sometimes. As Keshishin brings it back down. 40 seconds left to play.
A lot of contact, and they give it to him.
You just got to love the last 2 minutes of basketball or any sport. Seems like everything just goes up a level. Keshishin can't get the first to go. Free throws, such an important part to finishing, closing out games. Which team has the legs left as Keshishin makes the second free throw, making it an 85-85 game with 36 seconds left.
You want to be careful with your fouls. You don't want to get any unnecessary reaches.
Big possession here. Doesn't look like Artsakh's going for the 2-for-1 as there's 25.9 left on the game clock and 15 left on the shot clock. Whew. What a good game, guys.
Alec, I wouldn't hold for this last one either. I would do the best I could to use up every second of the clock to make sure they get a decent look. Let's see what Coach Alvo can draw up here.
For those just joining us, this matchup here is game 2 of the day between Academy USA and Artsakh. Artsakh making their debut. As we look ahead, right after this one, we have another exciting game for you guys as Arabuni goes up against Aragats. 25.9 left here. Let's see what Artsakh has coming out of the timeout. Lusaryan inbounding the ball inside to Jones. Guarded very closely by Smith. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Out to Hartunian, gives it up to Lusaryan. Puts it up, no good. Tipped out. Ball is in Peseshkian's hands. Out to Matley for a long two. No good. Lusaryan with the rebound. He gets it to go. With 4.1 left, Artsakh take the lead as Coach Sako Balyan absolutely dismayed.
Alec, any other player would have shot that shot. Elvin got 2 good looks, didn't want to take it, wanted to use the clock, but what an effort by Artsakh. Tyler, that's a tough shot. Can they get a stop here on this other end?
The referees go to the scores table. Add a few seconds left. 5.8 left here to play.
What a difference that 1.7 makes, Alec. It was 4.1 seconds before. 5.8 gives you a little bit more comfort. But if you're Academy USA, I would make sure to get the ball to Haru Nazarian. Hawkins might be your better player, but Nazarian's had the hot hand today.
Folks watching at home have been asking for it the whole game. Will they see Haru Nazarian take the last shot here for Academy USA? As he inbounds the ball, most of the time the inbounder gets the second action. Will he get it? Ball into Keshishian, going for the win. The three, up, and no good. As Artsakh win this one in a thriller, 87-85. After being up, going down, not giving up, Pat, sticking through it, and taking this one in their season opener here at Academy USA.
Tough game, Alec. It could have gone either way. That was a good look by Coco. Well, what a game.
All right, folks, tune in to our third stream of the day. Coming up next.